kama settings. Kaya kama settings.
Na settings ya bayanga.
Tuya na live hapa YouTube.
Sitting ya kwa cancel ya badini ye. Must be 10 to 12. 410 kwacha. The rest of the settings, if you are not a member of that committee, you can't get.
No.
So yeah, like that. For example, I'm the chairperson of the Legal Services Committee. If you are legal, PM for the rest of the meetings. No, man.
Okay.
If you are to ask Kadiati,
Patari
because in the calendar, especially when the people, for example, once I posted in the resource, trying to the council, what can the council? Chair, but we are now ready. era nawe ugumu. Papa ni live yaba ya
49 66 04. Sorry, kwa stage hapa hivi. Karibu baba wana ribuba. Mara live na mimi na kuzo. Although ile show pak batu go ile podcast. In case by wife. A very good morning to you and welcome to the live podcast today on the 11th of April 2026. And today again we are apologizing for the delay of the start. This was due to the bad transport of network. And I'm your host Mabula Innocent Baka, aka the mouthpiece of Chifubu. And my guest today is Honorable Simon Mlimba, popularly known as Matters. Good morning to you, Honorable.
Good morning, my dear. How are you?
Well, thank you, and how are you?
Oh, is well.
Yeah, thank you so much. I can see you're wearing an Arsenal jersey.
Yeah, today we know soccer value of Arsenal.
Okay, that's good because it was Sharafina Cup you have so far. You are out of Carabao as well as the FA Cup.
You know, I think that's how the game sometimes becomes. It's a game.
Okay, thank you so much. So if you have just joined us, this is a live podcast with my guest, Fibobe Ward Councillor. So if you have any questions concerning Fibobe, this is your time and this is your opportunity so that you can come through. Okay, so first of all, Honorable, for those people who don't really know you, in case they want to know, who is Honorable Matters.
Matters is my business name.
Okay.
My full names are Mleva Simon, the area councillor for Fibobe Ward, who is a resident of Fibobe Ward.
Okay.
Sure.
So just in case they really want to find out, because many they think being a councillor, you just wake up and say, I'm going to be a councillor.
Indeed, I was born in 1973 in Kitwe Teaching Hospital, and at the age of 7, that's when my father retired from the former employment, and we went to the village, went to Sampia. That's where I started the grade 1 school in 1982.
Okay.
From there, I did my primary and basic education at Twingi Basic School.
That is in Sampia?
In Sampia, yes.
Okay.
From there, I went to Sampia Secondary School. That is where I did my grade 10. And from there, I was transferred back to Twingi, where I was, I completed my secondary education. And that was in 1995. I was the head boy of the school. At the same time, I was a sports captain.
Oh, that's good. But head boy. I remember when I was in secondary school, I was the vice head boy as well. That was in Mansa.
In Mansa.
Yes.
Okay.
So from your secondary education after, did you do any tertiary in terms of college, or that was the end of your education journey?
Yeah, indeed. I pursued something. I went to the seminary. I wanted to be a priest.
Okay.
And from there, because that is a core, I could not continue. I stopped. After stopping that vocation, I went to, I started trained teaching just in Sampia, and at Sampia Basic School, that's where I taught about 2 years. From there, I went to Kitwe Teachers Training College, and because I lost my parents, I couldn't continue, and that is when I joined Chifu Market. I started business at Chifu Market. That was in 1997, 98. From there, I have been a resident of this community, Fibobe Ward, in particular Chifu Market.
Wow. So you can tell to say many of our leaders, they have been in this business sector. So apart from here and there were struggles in terms of education. You started college, you had to drop out because of some funds, but you continued and you did business. Well, quite okay. So now from there, after you started doing business, how did you succeed? How did you raise the capital in order for you to be strong in business?
Indeed, I think from there, especially after I lost my parents, I thought I can't sit idle, because from childhood, when I was an outer boys club member, I was a campenga. We were used to be sent and to be taught by elders on how to become responsible children. Indeed, my passion of business started way back when I was in grade 3. And from grade 3 to date, I've never stopped doing business. So I continued from that background until when I came to Chifu Market, I started selling. And at Chifu Market, people saw the how influential I became, and I was the market committee secretary at Chifu Market. That was 98, 99. Chifu Market secretary. I even rose to the position of a chairperson before Bachitapankwa came to be the chairperson. Indeed. So I started business a long time ago, and it is something that is inborn, because bamobalolera umuntu mukwisa balanga ati nifi elonga nikumye soko tuwafuma busampya tutila capital tabapela nga bakupela eshiriation naika because tawashiwombele. So my background or my passion for business, I think, started way back when I was just a teenager.
Okay. So now, after you discovered to say you can do business at Chifu Market, at the moment now, after that experience, what do you have as a businessman?
Yes, I'm running bars.
You are running bars?
Yes.
Because someone might think to say, no, you started business after maybe joining politics, and when you were selected as a councillor, that's when you had to generate your income.
No, in fact, after I started politics, because I have a passion to work for the people, my business has gone a bit down because most of the time I'm giving my time to the people, saving them. So I'm not that I don't take much of my time
to monitor your businesses.
So at the moment, I've given my time to work for the people. So nevertheless, I've continued doing the same business I used to do.
Okay, so now there is someone who is watching there who can be inspired, who can start business. What encouragement can you give, especially the youths in Chifubu constituency, and to be particular in Fiboi ward?
Sure. The youth besu muloleshe pacho mwinga chita. This is why twakwatila ma talents, because mucho lefu kuchita, try new things. That's when you can develop a talent. Even doing business, I think it is a skill that you need to learn. So it's not a question of waiting for somebody to do it for you. You can do it for yourself. Waimbo muganda, wambo kushtisha amabotolo. Ule bombelo muntu. I think you must consider developing by saving. When you save a little, you'll be able to do better in business. So it's important for our youths to know that they have the potential. They must use their age because they are youthful, and they must be inspired by those who have made it in life. So belolela kweva tine mpaka bakampele kuli uyu, they have to develop by themselves. I think that way nishtukaikala bwino, because even Bible ilando kutila ufwili ole angala no mnobe ule kutwala pokumo ule chitapo fimo te kwamba pyo kuangala fili abasoso kutila mungulu for the lack of a better term to use kumona wala angala nankwe ale chitashani ushepinshi wala kopako epi ala twala food on the table, or that can make you develop.
Okay, thank you so much. So being an experienced businessman here in Chifubu, as well as to be in particular in Ndola, have you helped one or two people that have come to you to consult to say, how can I run this business? And how are they doing today?
Indeed, I've helped many, though I can't mention their names,
exactly.
Especially when I was at Chifubu Market. Even my workers, I tell them, you will not continue being a bar lady or barman 4 years because I'm giving you peanuts. And when you are growing, you have a lot of responsibilities. So meaning, idio muntu ale bomba kuline, afuire ale shala mwana chumogutila. Pakuti mpange ba, first inde mwane file bomba ba boss. First imbo ne tuwale istishama banzi pachifu market palia. Abantu vale mwana vyo tule bomba, tuwalia fuapu abantu abengi ukuamba business. And I want to thank one person, Lennox Langeni, aishire sango kutila dinsungire sana because na neba njafuile fye by telling me what to do, awe shitisheni kwefi chiteni kwefi na ine wile musango mo wine ndalanga kwaba nandi kutila na tuwombevi. I have a number of people who have succeeded after learning from what I do.
Okay, thank you so much. That is in terms of the business-wise for the Fiboi Ward Councillor Honorable Matters. So if you have any questions, you can definitely call us on 0966 49 36 04. We'll be live and we are going to answer those calls so that you can ask any questions that you have for the Honorable. The number is 0966 49 36 04. That is the number that you can call us so that you can get interacting right here on the Chifubu Ever First podcast. So that's the way it is. Apart from business, now being a leader, as a Fiboi Ward Councillor, you were elected in the year 2021 and you were in opposition. What was the experience during the campaign time? Because by then, Patriotic Front PF was in government.
I tell you, it was quite hectic. It was difficult because we used to be apprehended here and there. But we made it sure that we have to fight for the people of Fiboi. It was not that easy because if you are late, kutina mu campaign, mulipamo pene, iwe bakuikata. Nga omunobe wasonta tina uli mu campaign 05. Lo baisati laba kapokolo kutila. Awe funderia mu Zambia, imu mfwele chabu, ichabulaki. Balaba fwele white. So bali abafuele cha white na bakashikunganda babalila po okuwashe cha white. So imo cha black tamuli murulini. So tuale ikatwa, it was quite difficult for us. But people understood us because manifesto Yesu alela ngokutila abantu batu support. In fact, before I became a councillor, I used to help Muliamu ground, muchifu ground, because I used to be a footballer. Avena sise Lodri Kabwe chitapankwa tuale bafa sana pakuti bachite excel mufye bale chita. Tatuale keri hapo. In terms of infrastructure, nalisumina umo, ndi umo pa basumina sana kubombeja. Palia pa St. Bonaventure, I found a 1x3 classroom block, which was just on slab level, being built, and the teacher, and I said, no, this cannot continue. I'm going to contribute. I bought about 5,000 blocks, cement, quali, sand, for us to come up with that 1x3 classroom block, which went up to ring beam level, in order for me to appreciate the good people of Fibobe, how we have worked together all the way since I came to this world. So
you did that before you even became a councillor?
Yeah, indeed, I did that, and at one point I saw my brother Winga came to donate after I did that donation to the school, and the records are there to show at St. Bonaventure Primary School, which is a primary section this time, in order for us to create space, because it was a community-driven project. Okay, thank you so much. So in case you have just joined in us, today live on the podcast, my guest is Honorable Matters Fibobe, the councillor. He's trying to tell us how he started his journey in terms of politics, where he said that he also contributed to the construction of the 3 classroom block that is at St. Bonaventure. He did that before being even a councillor. So for more, you can call us on 0966 49 36 04. 0966 49 36 04. Now, apart from that, when you are being elected in the year 2021, there was a lot of challenges that you found for the people of Ivory. What have you done so far as a councillor since 2021? Because we are drawing the line into the next elections. We are remaining with few months to go to the polls. What have you done for the people of Ivory? Yeah, we have done quite a number of projects. To begin with, the same classroom block we were building together with other community members who contributed. I thank them. That is the way to go. We have done a 1x3 classroom block at Koti ile yakale mkwai twaliwamya twali chita renovate tatwale keri hapo mkwailo na ishirepo twasangire 495 inkongole palia kuli bakafu water and sewerage palia pamawilo twaliripire yo ndalama no kubika menshi kunu matwafuma mulensuminisha abana bale ano tuma container twa menshi pakuya ku skulu ngatakwetia menshi ya kubika mu ablution block bale batampya. We have done the water reticulation at Mawilo. Tatulekeri hapo mu teachers compound twasangire mkwai sewer system yaliona ikayonse. We had to overhaul sewer system. Of course twaliye baba pyashi bamuli mu teachers compound babika pwaka nono na inene kansela no kubompya ward fund mulia mu teachers compound mkwai sewer system mkwai ile taking up yabwino nedinafu na isa kuno ni shamkwai ni mpita po busheyenda jana. On the issue of mapoleke mpwishe ba mabula weso mkwai tulekula 1x3 classroom block by UCZ Community School, and I had a meeting yesterday with the teachers to aleva chita shiwo kutila tualabika pokuli ward fund tulekula 1x3 classroom block because tulefwa ibe primary school UCZ primary school na ba teacher ndio wanza tualia lomba na batupela ba teacher kufika kuli 5 pala pa UCZ Community School na feeding program mukwaina bena bale chitako benefit ama desk tuapele mu school yonse na ho tualibapela tatulekeri hapo musebo 7 was another messy for the past 15 years or so. Kwali chirindi chikulu, we failed as residents to cure that meaning the mess which was there. But what we did together with the community, tualipanga drainage isumado tailapwa, it is ongoing. Chimana 1x3 classroom block kulia mukwaina palia pene abantu bale chula pakoti hapa kwikirira bale samukwikira kuma shop yabeni aba kudongo na kusiye mwemwe rukulia mukwaito alibapangira ka shota akakutira abantu bale yamo na bridge yaya onayike tho impia twalingiri okupangira bridge yakwa ndiamba kulia. Number what happened was kulia kwandi amakwali bama issues ya land abantu balabira land nempia na this year oposhirisha kutila tukulire bridge but issue yabako ya land so anytime nga tuachita resolve mukwaiti bamba the money is well reserved. So in total we have 13 projects in Fibobe ward. Abengi baishwa fyopo ekalat Fibobe. No, Fibobe is very big na ikwata na ma responsibilities ayengi okotulefo okubompya ulupia lyonsenga twakwata.
Thank you so much. The issue, you have mentioned the issue of that shelter. Did you use your own pocket money or it was under the CDF? Because after the completion of that issue, the statement was given from the council and many people said a lot of things about the total amount of money that was used about that shelter that you built. Was it your money or it was the CDF money?
Mukwaichi nande pena muchu. UCZ Community School tulebo mpya ward fund.
Okay.
Ilia ine shelter ni ward fund. Musebo 7 ni ward fund. Mu teachers compound sewer system ni ward fund to overhaul.
Okay.
Then tuwabika pona water reticulation pama wilo ni ward fund na donation from the area member of parliament and myself. So natukwata tuma projects yote tuwa wompia ke ward fund including ilia ine bus shelter. Abantu kwe nabale irishanya but what they forget is that imwena ine tatuwa kwata molu bali ululilonse to make ama BOQ ku council. Ba council bali kwa tobo tuitati ama quantity surveyors. In fact, fueba CDF committee na fueba ward development committee na ma councillors. Tulamu kuchita argue kutila tete mushite bloko pali 12 kwacha. Ifo tulefo ayapantu kulianga tuayapa Somalia paliana paliponse ni 7 kwacha. Hivi ni pano peni hapa ma bloko ma 7 kwacha bashitisha. But mwalasa nga ba council wala kana takuli bloko mwala sumina pali 5 kwacha. Ni 7 kwacha. So na papene bale tulete la material pali hapa UCZ umutengo eba bika taufuma kuli ifwe. Nga mwalanda tulefwa ya 1 million mufunyama projects ya 3. Pakutila tu pani na ifo foku panga mashina bala kano kutila teti tusumine uyo mutengo mulera ndilapo ifwe we are technocrats ifwe twafukuli ile nsakwe but ichikalamba tufwa becha kwe bati ama project yabeko abantu bayamone pakutila fibombeke te ifwe mkwayi. This is why kwa bela ma separation of powers na ma responsibilities absent.
Don't you think sometimes that cheap is very expensive? Because when you buy cheap things, very soon, many people, they outcry about those papers to say they are not strong. Don't you think that sometimes you go for something which is expensive than something which is cheap?
Yeah, people will say this is not correct or this is not good, but depending on what you have. Amacha inizi ngamwaya mumone jesi mfwele. Nimbi mwala shitapali 500. Ne jesi mfwele. Nde shitapali 40 kwacha. Na alafu wala kope 2 days kaona ika. Cheap is expensive. Of course, na mchuwe mba tulanda team fuanche, wa ilinga nenindi. So nga tulefo kupange misewesha akosa. This is why na papi yesta chitushupi.
Where is articulating different issues. So today is your chance to call live on 0966 493604 in case you have any questions. Coming to the sewer system, there is an outcry just near St. Bonaventure where each and every month the sewer system is always broken. What have you done? Have you engaged the council, including those residents?
Thank you very much. Ichakubalila po sewer system mkwaya babombela pote ba council nangu tuwa bombele po kulia mu teachers compound ni nchito ya bakafubu.
Okay.
Bakafubu ebalila na muma sewer systems nangu muli mwenshi ayo batuchita sa.
Have you engaged them?
So teba council.
Okay.
Na libachite engaged some 2 weeks ago. I had a team that came to Chifubu from Kitwe and Lusaka by Shire Mukumona because inalile kuliba permanent secretary ba Lawrence. Elo batuminia ba kafubu. Bali shile background inokwisa checking including kusenti na batwa saba bombela ko twalina bo twaliko pona mafoto na la milanga pakutimo ya mone especially mweba journalist. Ichikalamba cha kutila abantu bafuile baishu okutila ama imipipe abamoli bakaunda bale panga Chifubu mukwaine tulio tumipipe tunono.
Okay.
Tunga tulepo samwe mikoli, tulepo samwa madaipa, tulepo samwa ma substance aya shalingane na ile mipipe. So necho bakonkeri ababantu kufuma kukafubu baishile mukumona how best we can do balobinge ku government pakutila bachitemo inject yulupia bapangi ama sewer system ayakulu pantu kunu matuafuma mwalasa ngokutila maya ndo twale ikalapo abali 6 nangu 4 ino twikala po 15. That is a fact on the ground.
Exactly.
So ichilelo la mugutila na mukuvompya mu appealing to the people out there bamaena batata mweba chebanandi na mweba pyashi banandi kutila tusungi ayama system wino pantu bakafu bakula tunkula mofye baletita bakwetenda lama andi bakansela nabo tabakwetyo pia pantu bumlefu a station tulefu ya school tulefu ya kliniki tulefu ya polisi tulefu ya pintu pya pusana na baichokya kuma skills echo tuvompye ayama system tukwetenda kai until government ikatulolesheko tatwigele pofie pamonga kwentungulu lishenu lionse tuleya kuli ba director kukafubu pakutila baloleshepo bamunefe balachita partner na government pakutimi pipe shikuleko na kuba population na ikulanganji.
Okay, before I come to the issue or the infrastructure of the roads in Fibowe ward, have you tried to engage the school management of St. Bonaventure about the ground? Because I was told to say the management are the ones supposed to look about that ground. And the outcry of the people has been there. Even on social media, they started with the road that we just did grade just recently. There was much outcry for the people of St. Bonaventure to say, no, ground na ila mbasana. Have you engaged the people or the school management?
Yes, for demonstration sake, pamongo mufiashi, kansela waku Fibowe, I did demonstrate to go there, na tuwala kuba kashpo weki haba nunu fena bulombele for 10 days ilaba president waishile. And what we did was to engage the school, tuwabe pusha, ushama sports na PE. Mwalireka? Physical education, is it?
Yes, exactly.
Mwalireka because ngabale yangalira mu yaba iche twalikuwa taba teacher ba trainer kuya ku PE nomba nishi chiwanza chala bela filia so hapana afuma mukumona bantu anikane kulia kunuma kuma kufibobe na kolumo lwinyoko nafuma pano so
okay.
So ichilela ngokutila ababa nensoma managers ba government ama managers ba pama school tabalingire mkwayi ukulalekelesha ifibansa kuti babula po one day kwaba preventive maintenance bayitaba ichebonse yali ama grades yaliko muri abakalamba bahwamya kofi lero te kubapanika no kupanika kwine bali abalechelwa ifo yalilisa mbilo twale panikwa wachelwa takuli kutampya kunganda wapyanga kofi nangu wakwempa 1 meter. I'm not trying to encourage you kupanika hiyo but that is one way of maintaining discipline mu bana besu tuibasenda abana bwana hiyo na preventive maintenance ine na production unity so idiye chibansa mkwai no buteko bula bapera ama grants abana be ama managers be school St. Bonaventure ilapoka Temweni ilapoka UCZ Community School ilapoka Fibowe ilapoka Mawilo ilapoka. We have got 5 schools in Fibowe ward, 4 government schools and 1 community school which is doing very very well in terms of education in our community. So ababantu bonse ilya grant wale kwata wafile bakwata poka share akakutira bale wamisha ground twaisa kumisebo kwena tatwale kele petule ba forma ground yonse fifi bansa turatuma kwa abantu baya kwempa the funding taisa every day muri ba kansela mu office 60 paye 70 paye and look at what I have mentioned yoko twachitapo kwena fingi so ichilelo la mukutila so attention yalipo twala attention mukukula bya twachilala nga twalelu ile mpanga epo tulebika police post bale fo kukula po so we had to put much attention kuleko tuleluila bantu imisebo tapali o twalalwa nankwe and it's good that we have reserved the funds to do the grading of all the roads in Fibowe ward including the whole constituency of Chifuvu.
Okay. There was a day that I was passing somewhere just near, there is near Mawilo there where there is Musebo 1, Musebo 2 and Musebo 3. Is there any plans to make sure that those feeder roads are also being maintained or those will be neglected just like that?
No, what it is and we are asking our people, let me take advantage of your page.
It was a commercial break. We are back again. The last question was about those 3 roads called Musebo 1, Musebo 2, and Musebo 3. Do you have any plans on Musebo 1? Because those roads are in deplorable states, especially those are feeder roads.
Sure. Awe na totela mkwa iliyo nshila asuka lekeni nande pona pali ichi misebo na tukwata isho tule vale tuwamisha ko ba president ba MP wesu ba honorable Lloyd Lubosha bali afuka makuli bakateka okutila batu bwamishe ko emisebo na tukwata Lumumba Road ya ambira palia pa palia pa church tika palia pa view kuninika Lumumba Road kwisa afika na Kukamba Ward ila road yonse ya laisa ni tarmac, ama drainage na ma street lights. Ukwambira pakoti mukwaiti ubi Broadway ukuyafika pa signpost mukwayo musebo bale kushako kabiri ule kwata na ma drainages na ma street lights. Mwembeshi road ulio wakudongo kwambira pa mosque pa teachers compound palia after court ukuyafika pagu afwano na ena ule isa mukwayi kubantu beso amashwari new this year ba contractor bale isa bene ba biku kupanga ma drainages bapange na ma street lights kabiri back to bitumen standard. So ishimi sebo mukwayi shala pangwa lelo kufuma Musebo 1, Musebo 2, Musebo 3, fika na kumusebo 10. Ili yonse misebo tuwalambo kuleta maleta light, kutuntila mupa kutila, misebo shesu, shabantu vesu, kwena tuwachula na shetu bombeleko. As you may be aware, Rome was not built in a year, in a day, but we are making headways every day. We are able to saunter at one thing kutila. This is what we are doing in this year's budget. So abantu waku Musebo 1, Musebo 2, Musebo 3, na ba Musebo 7 wenano kwamba tuwaliyamba mkwai na lilomba ku council through what fund tulepangako. It was one of the worst or the roads in the world, but now it is seeing its uplift, facelift of that road. So mkwai ne misebo shonse tuwala bombe la po mkwai muli mowesu mwali tulashika pakuti tubombe abantu basekelemu.
When you are being elected as a councillor for Fibobe Ward, as we are going towards elections, have you been engaging the people, or it's because we are towards elections?
Thank you very much. Engaging abantu besu ilingi kwa tiaba kudongo walikuwa tapo ma meeting na miku 4 na 5 then percent bona venture ku sentina ko walikuwa tapo miku 4 na 5 then pali ba mayoba sorry pa chimbalumbule bakabati walikuwa tapo na poko ati miku 2 chiri kubeni abantu it takes two to tango mukwa ine na abakwati nifili abatile embwa uwalisho omunsoli panopo na vyalilolo mwanjitapo lero ninji sanshikeni mwanjebele masoshi lero naisa so chiri kubeni abansalire kunchitamo ingenji bantu inyoko banjita okona alaya abashinjitire mukwali nshino bwapya takuli na kuchai chikuine kula abashima pepo mwali kwata tema pyale shinguluka pye mumushi ale apye kuita shima pepo mkwaine kuno ndi murwele iseni mumpepereko bali abashitire nishikwena nabayipekanya kwena twalikwata ma community engagement page yandiri nginda balomba eliyo tule ambama cash for work lyonse ndatuma eliyo lyonse tule kwata ama intwanikane kulanda na abantu limbi papitunshi nda kuma radio station pama TV chiri kumwine ulefo kunkonka kuti yakonka echo abantu besu mkwai tulabachita engage na manamba yesu mkwai abaya sebana tulabapela pano so ninshinguluka kulia kudongo nimpitako kunimpitako tatutina na abantu besu mkwai muri mwesu kubachita
ati nimwendera fe moto kana mvikana tinti kai mwabwera no menshita ya ma election yafika
yo mkwai amatinti ya ishilako for reasons then tulakwata vyenshita nangu mkwai kuli tinti kuti umuntu wantu minafoni imweta mwambo enepo na mmotoka mwanshile vepa page yandi mwanjipusha na asuka na isa sote tinti ya lengere pano ndi muno ndi tamuli tinti pano ndi pa studio ulefo akuti ya isala nsanga tamuli tinti kufuma pano kuya mmotoka tamwabe tinti na likwata opes pala gondola tapaba tinti so ili ashiria tinti nipira batila uwa kupata tetia kwebe ati usuma bobe.
Okay, in terms of the skills in Fibobe Ward, is there any youths that have benefited so far using CDF in terms of skills and these other empowerments?
Na totela mkwai ma skills twalikwata challenge lupia twakwata lupia ulunono lelo lwingi pantu for the first time I want to thank the president pakuleta kwa ma skills youth empowerment grants and loans.
Yes.
Ipipintu na pitwafwa sana abengi balesekelamu bamu abantu no balebwela nokubwela mukwayi kuma youths bamu fibobi amaskills mukwayi na kubandi CDF member tulachita share nga twatila this year tulekwata 800 youths to benefit from the 5 million which the President Hakainde Hichilema have been sending through CDF panu nakubate 40 million yonse iya kuma community project mulabako component ya maskills bursaries ne pyashala mukwayi nga twalanda 800 youths tulabula limbi bafibobe eite bakamba eite bashani eite aba eite bapamozi 100 mukwayi ifyofyo twakanya tulakanya kilawadi lero echa mpamba mulaba ba youth bamwabaleka shajwa nechilenga bamabula wesu baleka atitakuli ukufola bushemwe banensu weulefo okusambira tuwamba nokufola kwati job on training mukwaya maskills abantu besu abengina basekelamo na tukwata obotwinga sontati you if you abana ma grants na ma loans na ma empowerments yandi.
So if you are watching us live, you can call us on 0966 49 36 04 so that you can ask any questions to the Fibobe Ward Councillor, where he's articulating development in Fibobe Ward. So away from skills, as we are going towards elections as the United Party for National Development, UPND, which is in power, do you have any confidence that you are going to be re-adopted and win the elections in Fibobe?
Na tuwatela mkwali chindole shana kuri kamela.
Okay.
Ichi akubalila po mwalasa ngo kutila bapate balelo le shapa bale bomba not papio bale umfwa pantu yali ama politics ya kutila iyo uyu mulemulanda pofio mulandi mwali mupata kufia moneka kufia ina kufia alia awe yali kale yapwa echo ndechinchi abantu besu mumfo development echo votele nte development twaisa kona kuli pate yesu mukwai tule under the talk of the president so ninkwata na confidence kutila I'm going to be re-adopted and be floated as Fibobe Ward Councillor. Pantu imilimo ile moneka. Apalefo kwa CDF ile yikalira pa maskills ile worked on.
Including Fiesta.
Including Fiesta because it is coming back to bitumen standard this year because the contractor Avic International will move to site very soon after doing what they can do in town in the CBD of Undola. So namuno muine mukwai tule bombela po imisebo shonse tulino kubombela po kabidina tumono kutila na my empowerments kuba shachitako benefit we are calling upon the president, we are telling the president kutila Mr. President do more because we have seen abashale chita business bale chita inonchita so we want abantu bonse bakamonyo kutila bambo kusekelamo my empowerment so there is yet that we need to do collectively as residents of Fibobe Ward pakutila tukamone the much needed development in the ward.
Every year in an elections there are those people who are called aspirants and I have heard some of the information to say you have been intimidating those people want to contest in Fibobe. Is that true?
Mkwai ndefu okutashia munandi chongo yo wafuile ilio tulekula pa United pa UCZ community school at one time may he still rest in peace he was a good guy to me at one time he approached kubachikwata meeting so na intimidation itapali lero chikalamba bela bakobekwa to monenena bafuile bapokolusa kuli ba polisi pakutila baba pelo lusa lwakukwata ma meeting lelo nanguchinga befyo we have seen them having a lot of meetings in the ward than before ngapaka bomuntu kalanda twali mutobeliwe bali mu molupimu Fibobe esi apa na
was launched by the Electoral Commission of Zambia ECZ in terms of the voter exercise. How did it go in your ward? Were a lot of youths going to franchise or they have lost interest? How was there maybe the people who are going to participate in this year's elections? How was the turnout of the voter exercise?
Kwena nangu nshkweti ama records mkwai tuwale pitamos to sensitize our people because who take of wabo tuwale bachita encourage ngana fiwama tafiweme aleni kalandireni mukese landira muisa mukuvota abantu besu balile mbeshe bwino sana bale nchita pia shuati mkwai na kasela kesu akaleta ba president matazi ni kwenyu mkwai balile mbeshe abengi ba opposition wako safe.
Okay. So lastly, 13th of August, we are voting. Don't you think there will be what we call voter apathy because many people have lost interest? They are saying ngumvote ne abale benefit afe ba nono.
Kwena itiba mubalanda muri yo musango kutila abale benefit abanono ichikalamba kuyako ichikalamba kuyako ama benefits ali mu UPND te yakubulira omuntu okumutwalira panganda pamyakwe afwiri achita apply nga wali chita apply isaumboni so echo kuli abo abaletontonkanyo kutila nshire chitako benefit nangu chimo awe babe encourage kuba nabo abachitako benefit bantu nakuba tebonse twinga chita benefit mmoni yokondine naliyese sheku bompatiri fyakanga naliyeshe okuingira amachito buticha chakanga na yeshe chakanga. Let me talk about yourself. Money studio mwambako. This is the way to go. This is the way to go. Other youths must inspire. Must be inspired by what you are doing. This is the mouthpiece of the youth. So let them be inspired by what others have done, what others have achieved. Tekwikala byokutila au ine chali shupa ni shule ipaya. Lesa umwine wa maka yonse afuili alolesha poba youth besu pantu pakutila. But we have future leaders.
Thank you. So, meaning you have already encouraged the youths. What about those who are contesting in Fobe? What words can you give them?
In the first place, bantu bandi mwebale ifo kuimini na mufibobe tuila tulebe po ufiko na ula mashina tinenga na bapongesa pele mpia. Ukashifumia kui. If we're not to demonstrate where I'm coming from, I used to build for the school, for the community. I build for the community. Even without telling the people that I want to stand. So demonstrate now. Ngoli chief giver, pela inonshita tuka kumone. Pantu kulia kwa budget, tule kalapamo. Ba MP bali hapa, ma councillors bali hapa, ba WDC bali hapa, mufibobe twala pela pya bali 5 ishempia shafuma kwe bakateka so ngolele pa abantu kutila na mwe bantu mfweni ifyo pyabufi you are cheating the people kutila nkamipelo lupia ukwa buloko ko nka budget pyabufi ngabatila budget ile pela pya bantu 5 mwati ifyo pine ni 5 groups iwe ngole kumanya abengi kutila awe inenkale mipela ala mitana awe pyabufi fiwombeke echo mwebantu mwebaletu mfwa ababantu nga balebepa mwabeba byati that is not attainable ipishinko byo baletu eba not if yabufi na totela mkwa.
Thank you so much. I've been having Fipobe Ward Councillor Honorable Matters, and we are coming to the end of the podcast. I'm sure you have heard everything and all unanswered questions that you have been asking. I'm sure they are clear. We are going to have him very soon before even the elections so that we can have more questions so that he can also answer to those outliers. He has promised us to make sure that he's going to wake up about the sewer system as well as the road. So we'll come back again and ask him if he's going to fulfill. Honorable, thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. This is the way to go.
Yes.
Not by youth This is the way to go. Continue with the same spirit. By youth na mone pidech tom nenu. They will take over mupele. Nimumulefwa kwa mwambe no kuchita apply ama CDF grants and loans. Pakutila, you develop your talent.
Thank you so much. So do join us for another episode next week, just at the same time, as well as we are going to use the page because we had a lot of challenges as far as where the network is concerned. So podcast is here to stay. Join me next week as Mavola Eros and Baka, aka the mouthpiece of Chifu. See you there.